Okay, children. Next, we are going to learn about gaseous solute in liquid solvent. In case of gaseous solute in liquid solvent, that is when gaseous solute dissolved in a solvent, liquid solvent, the solubility decreases with increase in temperature. When a gaseous solute dissolves in a liquid solvent, why the solubility decreases? Because its molecule interact with the solvent molecule with a weak intermolecular forces. So when the temperature increases, the average kinetic energy of the molecules present in the solution also increases. The increase in kinetic energy means energy due to motion, that is movement of the molecule. So the increase in kinetic energy breaks the weak intermolecular forces between the gaseous solute and the liquid solvent, which results in release of the dissolved gas molecules. So most of the gases in liquid solvent is an exothermic process, and in such process, exothermic means exothermic. Already I taught in exothermic process, increase in temperature decreases the solubility. But when it is an endothermic, increases solubility get increases. Since it's an exothermic process, with increase in temperature, the solubility get decreased. So now for example, take a soda bottle. Take a soda bottle, that is soft drinks. Here in soda bottle, that is carbon dioxide gas is pressurized inside. Carbon dioxide gas dissolved in the water, dissolved in bottle. To increase the solubility, the bottle is sealed under high pressure. When it is suddenly opened, it gives a fizzy sound, and the gas which is dissolved in the water escapes. Everybody knows that. It's a familiar experiment only. It's a familiar scene only. Everybody has noticed how the carbon dioxide gas is released when the bottle is opened. Now, in the same bottle, open the bottle and put a balloon over it. What happens? The balloon will inflate with the released carbon dioxide from the soda. Carry out the same experiment by placing the soda bottle in a container of hot water. Container of hot water. So what can we observe? The balloon is inflated much faster. Why? Because of the increase of temperature. So this shows decrease in solubility of gases with increase in temperature. Similarly, we can observe in rivers and some of the ponds where hot water discharged from the industries. Most of the aquatic life, that is fish, plants, will get died due to the decreased availability of dissolved oxygen. So, these are all regarding gaseous solute in liquid solvent. Now, the third factor is the effect of pressure, which influences the solubility of solute. Consider the two containers. See here, this is a solvent and this is the gas molecules kept here. Now, the container is closed. Only some of the gas molecules from here get dissolved in the solvent. Now, if pressure is applied, that is, if the piston is moved inside, what happens? The volume get reduced. So, more of the gas molecules from the surface comes to the liquid and get dissolved. So, increase of pressure, that is change in pressure. So, according to Le Chatelet principle, increase in pressure, more number of gas molecules dissolves in the solvent and solubility get increased. So a scientist, William Harry, investigated between the relationship between pressure and solubility of gaseous solute in a particular solvent. According to him, at a given temperature, the solubility of a gas in a liquid is directly proportional to the partial pressure of the gas above the liquid. That is, if pressure get increased, solubility also increased. If pressure get decreased, solubility also get decreased. So, according to William Henry, that is the Henry's law, it is defined as solubility is directly proportional to pressure of a gas. P means pressure, S means solubility. By removing the proportionality sign, S is equal to K into pressure of pressure. So, one more definition according to your book, it is also said that the partial pressure of the gas in vapor phase is directly proportional to the mole fraction of the gaseous solute in the solution at low concentration. So this statement is known as Henry's law. So Henry's law can also be expressed as pressure of the solute directly proportional to mole fraction of the solute in solution. So removing the proportionality constant, pressure of a solute is equal to KH. KH means Henry's constant into mole fraction of the solute in solution. Now P solute represents partial pressure of the gas in vapor state, which is commonly called as vapor pressure. X solute represents mole fraction of the solute in the solution. KH is the constant. The value of KH depends on the nature of the gaseous solute and solvent. So the above equation, which is in the form of a straight line, that is y is equal to mx. So the plot of partial pressure against mole fraction, that is x mole fraction, will get a straight line graph. The slope of the straight line gives the value of KH. So, based upon this, we can give the applications of, this is called Henry's law. Now, we can give the applications of Henry's law. Why carbonated drinks are stored in pressurized container? One of the question. Why carbonated drinks are stored in a pressurized container? We know that all the carbonated beverages contains carbon dioxide gas dissolved in them. To dissolve the carbon dioxide in these drinks, that is, to dissolve the carbon dioxide in these drinks, CO2 gas is bubbled through them under high pressure. So, after bubbling the carbon dioxide gas into the container, then these containers are sealed to maintain the pressure. Now, when we open these containers, the pressure of the CO2 drops to the atmospheric level, and hence bubbles of CO2 rapidly escape from the solution, and so effervescence. So sometimes the burst of bubbles even noticeable if the soda bottle is in warm condition. This is one of the application. Second application, why deep sea divers use air diluted with helium gas in their air tanks. The sea divers, the people who are going inside the sea to find the depth of the sea, etc. What they will do, they will carry a tank at the back. The tank consists of air mixed with helium gas. Air diluted with helium gas. Why it is filled with that is helium gas? Because when the diver comes to the surface, what happens? The pressure get decreased. So the dissolved nitrogen comes out of the blood in the form of bubbles in the bloodstream. These bubbles restrict blood flow after the transmission of nerve impulses and even can burst the capillaries or block them. This condition is called bend. So which are painful and dangerous to life. So nowadays, to avoid such dangerous condition, the professional divers use air diluted with helium gas because of lower solubility of helium in the blood than nitrogen. Moreover, because of small size of helium atoms, they can pass through the cell walls without damaging them. The excess oxygen dissolved in the blood is used in metabolism and does not cause the condition of bend. So, what is the limitation of Henry's law? Henry's law is applicable only at moderate temperature and pressure, not for high temperature and high pressure, only for moderate temperature and pressure. Only less soluble gases obey Henry's law. This is another limitation. Third limitation, the gases reacting with the solvent do not obey Henry's law. For example, ammonia or HCl, which reacts with water, they do not obey this law. The gases obeying Henry's law should not associate or dissociate while dissolving in the solvent. Associate means aggregate or dissociate means breaking while dissolving in the solvent. This is the limitations of Henry's law. It's given clearly book page number 39, 36, 37, 38, 39 and 40. Henry's law. Then how solid get dissolved in liquid solvent, how gaseous solute in liquid solvent. Then what about that pressurized CO2 gas, everything given clearly in the book.